bit of a thrill seeker. I love outdoor activities, skateboarding, all that stuff. The world is a huge place and there's so much more than just a gym.
Aren't you afraid of getting an injury?
Yeah. Like my body is, it's my livelihood in a sense. In my head, I'm always thinking that every single car on the road is trying to hit me.
Can you tell me about your father's accident?
He had a motorbike accident when I was in last year of high school. So someone hit him and he broke his neck, so yeah, it's no good. I never got a chance to actually walk into the gym with him, which it would have been cool to have a dad or a figure to, like to maybe have someone older to really push me. I never got that. Nah, that's all. Yeah, he's still got his crazy sense of humor. That's all that matters. He's still alive. I can still talk to him. So that's good. Oh. Sorry. A little bit carried away. Just practicing.
Okay.
I'm trying to be a professional skateboarder.
Oh.
Yeah, I got a competition in 2 weeks.
Thank you. Really?
Yep. So I'm training.
Well, that is really nice.
Balancing stuff and. Damn it. Oh. Hi Tama, my name's Callum von Moga. I got your contact from Jim Mannion. I'm looking at competing in the competition on November 12th.
You're aware of the guideline for classic GC, correct, in terms of weight and height?
Jim sent me a running sheet. He said that I think, and for 6'2", I think you have to be under 232. So I would have to drop about 10 pounds.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Actually, I never heard of him. My grandson actually mentioned who he was, and I told him I ran into him at Gold, and he said, this guy's all over social media. My wife and I went to lunch with him and his trainer, and fine young man, good looking, nice physique, really, really nice guy. He's competed in some other organizations, nothing against any other organization, but when you step into the NPC and IFBB, I feel we're the best, with the biggest competition, the best competition. So for him to do this, it's only going to make his social media blow up more.
Aren't you afraid you're not going to make the weight?
Last time I dropped 7 pounds in a day. I took the water pill, the one that helped, the diuretic, to help cut all the water out. And within in the morning, and then in the afternoon at 5 o'clock, went from 238 to 231.
Did you feel sick?
A little bit. It's like just sweating. It was really hot too. But I do feel kind of a little bit headachy. But it's like in the show the next day, so I just had all sorts of pressures.
So you don't measure your meals at all? Every bodybuilder I know measures their food.
I don't ever. I just measure the rice, so I get the right ratios. I don't know how to count a macro. I don't know how to do that. Just wing it. I mostly eat. Half the time I don't even eat at home. I'm always eating burgers and shit outside. Or I just use that blender. I just chuck everything in and drink it.
There's so many things out there that are unhealthy for us. I mean, sugar. Too much sugar is going to be unhealthy for us. But at the end of the day, you have to decide: is this unhealthy to the point where I'm not wanting to do this or take part in this, to eat this, to whatever it is, because you care about your body.
It's consistency. My day as a competitive bodybuilder was eat, sleep, train. And it was Groundhog Day every day.
The lifestyle of a bodybuilder is a very Spartan lifestyle. You're very disciplined and regimented in what you do, from eating to training, to sleeping. I was very focused. I had this ability to be this professional bodybuilder, and I took it to the extreme, and I loved it.
He said, hey man, how am I looking today? Well, you're looking a little bit flat. Well, let's go back and take a look at the protein and the carbs, particularly the carbs. Oh man, I know what. I had 100 less carbs today than I had yesterday. No wonder I'm flat. Okay, let's put them back in and see what happened tomorrow.
2, maybe a bit extra, whatever.
Bodybuilding is that listen, that will follow instruction, and that do their homework. They are the ones that make it to the next level.
You home? Hey, asshole. Big stage.
So you're gonna do the show,
Do
the
the
one
show?
that's
2 weeks.
2 weeks from today?
Yes.
When are you gonna start dieting?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
It's
Tomorrow.
so- like you
2 weeks
said.
out. Yeah.
But,
What do you think Colin should be focusing on right now?
Start dieting. Start cardio. And he's very lucky that he's, gifted in, he doesn't get fat. But I think from here on out, it's going to get harder because you can go up to different levels of competition, especially when you turn pro. I mean, it's going to get harder. I want him to just walk out on stage and the people to go, that's it, it's over, it's done. Everybody else is here for second place. Because he has such a great potential. Don't waste it. Just use it to 100%. Because you get people that have great genetics and stuff like that, and they don't work as hard as they should. You don't want someone beating you because they're working harder. So you got to work harder. It'd be awesome to go to the Olympia, man, and see you on stage.
oh, that would be a dream, just to walk onto the stage.
Yeah.
If have you, my friends, you guys there, that's all I care about.
I want you to go all the way and, not making mistakes on the way because it's just, there's no need to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah. Because there's, money problems and family and, women and problems.
Craziness.
And I think the mistakes that I made and the opportunities that maybe I passed up, I don't want you to do that.
Yep.
So
Yeah, you only get one shot, Louis.
you never get it again.
I believe in my team much more than them. In the beginning, we scared from this competitor. Now, this people is watching us. Ahmed Ashkelani, he's ready mindset to fight with these people, People are keeping asking me a long time why you have all nationality except Kuwaiti pros, and it's genetics. You cannot do this with anybody, I don't want to bring any Kuwaiti to get pro card and go to compete and get last place. The idea is to fight.
Maria, you want to take off everything? Or only...
Take off everything, yes.
Injuries and muscle pain have been a constant headache for Ahmad. Now, more than ever, he's beginning to feel the pressure as Arnold Classic is just weeks away.
Here.
Down. Yeah, here.
What we specialize in is mainly sports injury and sports rehabilitation. Okay. This right hip flexor is locked up.
Yeah.
And this probably was causing the tension in your back.
Oh.
Okay.
a lot of fans here. We will need you to get first place for the Arab people. In my mind, and this for me like a motivation. If you want a good things, you must do your best. Go hard, fighting. Even I get second place, it's not good for me. I should be first place.
It's a bad day. Confusion and a sense of disbelief dawn on Iris.
Wow.
As she gets an email from a show promoter.
I'm being told that I need to re-qualify. So I need to either do Puerto Rico, Omaha, Toronto, Chicago, Norfolk, Tampa show. One of his other shows to be welcome back. I'm freaking 10-time Miss Olympia. I don't need to re-qualify. Re-qualify? 10 Olympia titles, 7 Arnold Classic titles. You're asking me to reach out and fraternize with the promoter. Do you really think that's something legitimate that an athlete should do? I don't even know why Jacob need to know who I am. He should already know. Hear me out, and I'll let you speak. I'm going down in history whether I grace your stage or not. So you take that back to Jacob. How about that? Because my next call is going to be the Gym Mania. I'm ending this call.
Iris wanted to make a comeback this year. Right. She was getting ready for it. And then what happened?
Like politic, I would say politic, or I don't know, it's some kind of issues going on. She is in the world, so it sounds like they don't want her to compete.
Why you don't want Iris Kyle to compete? Why? I really don't, and when I say this, I really don't have the true foundation. I know I had been offered to do some work with them that I don't agree with, and that's my right if I don't want to.
What do you mean exactly?
You know, it's a lot of things that goes on in our sport. Sex sells, and unfortunately, some of us women bodybuilders, they take that avenue of selling themselves for very little. And, you know, men, rather you see it or hear it, they're into women with muscle. And it's called muscle worshiping. A lot of photographers like to get the women in the rooms and have lingerie on and have them flex, and that's very sexual to men, women, whoever.
I think in any sport or any industry, you're gonna have these subcultures, and muscle worshiping definitely exists. And because it's an individual, independent contracting enterprise, bodybuilders can do whatever they want to do.
Sometimes I will get emails, like long emails and stuff, and people will ask me, hey, can I have your used socks after your workout? I've had people ask me for my used jocks. Hi, I'm a sex maniac. Just curious, are you available for muscle body worship? I want to worship your huge muscles so bad. Lift me, use me like a barbell. Plus, would love to, I don't know how much you want to hear of this shit.
The beautiful thing about social media is you can still control your audience through your social media. I'm gonna create my own web domain. I'm gonna have my own social media outlet. And I'm gonna promote myself to the people that love my muscles, no matter how big they are.
That's not me. I'm an athlete. I pick up dumbbells. I build muscle. I'm not one of those.
Eventually, Iris is given a green light to compete. However, she decides not to. Instead, she shifts her focus on helping Heritada prep for the upcoming Arnold Classic.
9, 10.
While hated by many within the industry, Rich is also loved by his loyal fans and his team, the 5% crew.
Pull it. Good. Two more. Come on, 2 more. Good.
What does it take to become a 5% sponsored athlete?
I believe about 5% of the people in the world are the ones that are willing to do whatever it takes to reach their goal.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
If I meet someone who's very motivating and they have a great story and they've accomplished a lot in their life, to me, they're a perfect example of a 5%er. You know, and that doesn't mean they have to be 300-pound bodybuilder with abs, you know, and tattoos and whatever else. But a lot of people out there, that's what they think. This is just the outer shell. Obviously, there is the outer shell, you know, that is a part of it, but it's also how motivating this person is. I know we were talking about sponsorship, and I want you to shop around, and I want you to, you know, get a feel for what's out there and get a feel for what companies can do for you before you make that decision, because it's an important decision. And most companies, what they're gonna do is they're gonna lock you in. So they're gonna lock you in for like a 2-year contract. And what that means is, you know, you can't go somewhere else. So if someone else comes and offers you $5,000 a month and you're only getting whatever, you're stuck. You know, and a bodybuilding career is short, you know, it's not the longest career. So you can leave at any time and we can let you go at any time, you know, and there's no hard feelings. It is also a business, and it is something that we are trying to make money at, you know, and that's something I'm not going to deny. So, you know, as far as athletes, having an Instagram following is a big benefit to the company. You know, if you have 50,000 followers and you post an advertisement up or a picture of you, you know, drinking, you know, one of our supplements, then 50,000 people see that. You know, that's a huge benefit for us. You know, if you have 300 followers, you know, it's really not going to help us that much. Earlier, when we were talking about videos, when you said you don't have time for videos and this and that, like, you gotta make time. And it's not for me, it's for you. Because what you get from a video, if it gets 1 million hits, is something you cannot get through bodybuilding. Like right now, you have the look and you have everything, but nobody knows of you except for the people at Gold's Venice. Bodybuilders, we have a tendency to look at the next contest, but you have to look beyond that. You have to look 2 years from now. Pro bodybuilding is not what it used to be. Before, you know, when you were a top pro, you were an instant success. But now with YouTube and social media, it's no longer like that. There's so many pros out there that nobody knows who they are. Nobody cares who they are, you know, which sucks because bodybuilders have always got the shit into the stick. Always, you know, and they still do, you know, and it's sad because bodybuilding is the toughest sport there is. It's 24 hours a day, you know, and I think if you look at guys like me, you realize that YouTube and Instagram, you know, that's what got us where we are. Not only do you want to be a successful bodybuilder, you want to be a rich bodybuilder. After a couple videos, you know, Instagram posts, people get to know who you are. You could go to an expo and have a huge line of people wanting to, you know, take a picture. You know, that's where the money comes in.
What's up, Rich? What's up? What's up, Dad? How you doing?
There's not many athletes that will literally work every single minute while the doors are open. Rich is one of them, and really has developed a brand, I mean, from nothing.
How many people usually attend these type of fitness expos?
Yeah, expo-wise, we should do 100,000 visitors this year, but across the world, we'll be doing around 250,000 visitors to our events. We have a reach of around 50 million people globally.
Social media is very responsible for it, of course. The thing is with people like Rich and Callum, they have identified exactly who their fans are, and they speak to them. And so when they get an opportunity to actually meet them in person, they are prepared to wait for hours to see them.
Rich Piana talks about what he's done from a personal point of view. Right or wrong, he will say what has or hasn't worked for him.
He's very outspoken. Some of the things he says, I think, oh, you know, but, you know, it works for him.
It's fun. It's fun making videos. It's fun editing. But I've noticed a lot of the big top people have started, you know, not getting as many views as they used to, you know, and I think that just people get tired of the same thing. You know, you constantly have to, you know, do new things and, you know, keep people entertained. And it's kind of like, look at Madonna, you know, how many times has she reinvented herself, you know, and she's still going at it. It's like 30 years. And then you have like the Britney Spears where they have like a 7-year run where they're just the shit and then it's done and over with.